Hello, welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show. We've got our core guys here. We've got Eric from wherever the heck he's from now. I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Where he's out in Massachusetts somewhere. And we've got Pastor Jay in Temecula.
Hey, everybody.
And we've got Damon in Dearborn, Michigan.
What's going on, guys?
It is 2025. It occurred to me that we are a quarter of a way through the 21st century. And it also occurred to me that all of us here were present for the last quarter of the 20th century. So we all have kind of an interesting perspective on things. I was thinking about classic tracks. And the way I was thinking about it was maybe the 20th century and the 21st century. I'm thinking about me, 25 years old, going to a club and hearing something from the 80s and thinking to myself, that's an older track. And maybe it was only 15 years old. And now I'm thinking, Miley Cyrus Party in the USA is 16 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe we should start thinking about classics a little different than we used to. So I was thinking maybe when it comes to classic mobile DJ tracks, we should look at this in like three different camps. Old classics, universal classics, and new classics. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. When you say old classics, like what do you?
I'm talking about anything that I might consider a classic track, or you might consider a classic track, where none of us are considering Party in the USA a classic track, but there are people in our audience who do. I'll give you another example of what I'm talking about. Usher's which all of us play all the time.
I was just going to say
20 years old.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're 25 years old, you were 5 years old when that song came out.
Yeah. That's a scary one. I think the only category that if I said, name me a song from this, we would all be very close is probably classic rock. I think we would all know the genre, the period. But I always thought classic rock was anything 25 years old. Well, that's 2000. And I'm still thinking of Aerosmith and Foghat and Boston.
Sure.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, look at Journey at Don't Stop Believing. I'm still playing that. What's that? 40
years old. Yeah.
40. Yeah. No, I think it's 42.
Well, okay. We'll talk about that because what I want to do is do a little activity with you gentlemen tonight.
Yeah.
Since we are sponsored by DJ Event Planner, I thought we would look at the DJ Event Planner top 200 mobile requests.
Nice.
And see which ones are classic tracks. And if they are classic tracks, are they old classics, new classics, or are they universal classics? Or alternately, maybe they're ballads, maybe they're new songs that we don't know if they're classics yet or not. But I'm thinking most of them on this list are classics. And I have not looked at this list yet. I did do this with another top 200 earlier today, but I have not done it with this particular list. I wanted to go in with you guys, and we'll put each tune up for a vote and figure out what's a classic, new or old, depending on what. And I'm thinking maybe we put crates together like this at our gigs. So
not a bad idea.
Like if you're playing in front of an audience that's 7 to 70, obviously you're going to want to focus on the universal classics, which I think most of us do anyway. However, if we're playing for a younger audience, maybe some of the newer classics should be the focus, and we need to realize they are indeed classics.
I actually got a crate together kind of like that. Then I go old school top 40 and regular top 40.
Sure.
And the cutoff is actually right around 2000. That's the cutoff.
Do you guys want to check it out and see collectively what we think where these tracks should go?
I do, but I want you to validate or qualify one word, and that is classic.
Right.
When you say classic,
okay, I'll qualify classic.
Yeah,
I will qualify it. let's look back and let's just make this easy. Let's go back 20 years. Okay.
Okay.
20 years ago, if you looked at 2005, there were all kinds of new songs that you'd be playing at events. Like all kinds.
Right.
There were a lot of songs on the charts that were new, contemporary, that you were playing as a DJ.
Yes.
You're still playing a lot of those songs today.
Yes.
They're 20 years old. Therefore, I think we'd look at those as classics.
Okay, so we're talking something in a 20-year span.
Well, we'll determine it as we go. You'll catch on it. You'll do fine.
Hence why you said old classic or new classic. Okay.
Yeah. So we figure out if they're for us or they're for a younger generation, basically.
Right.
So here's the list.
Okay.
And the first track on the list is Maroon 5 Moves Like Jagger. That song, I believe, came out in 2010 or 2011.
Yes.
That's better. I couldn't even read it at first.
I'm going to call that a new classic.
Yeah.
I played a lot. And people like it. Does anyone disagree with me on that?
No.
No. I've seen too many videos of him snubbing fans. I'm not a fan of that band anymore. But
put your personal feelings aside.
In the scheme of things, yes.
I play that song and people like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
How about this? The Nice Cake by the Ocean.
I still
That's like
rock
at least
that.
a 10-year-old song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be 10 years old.
Yeah. You know what? It works for me. Yes.
Well, I mean, do you believe that's a classic track for a younger generation? Because I think it is.
I don't know if I would consider it classic.
Do you get requests for it? Because I do. I play it a lot.
I don't.
I still get requests for it.
Oh,
yeah,
I do.
I do.
And obviously, people are requesting this. This is the top requested songs from DJ Event Planner. So people are asking for it. We know they're asking for these songs. You don't see songs on here like, I don't know. Pick a song from 20 years ago that you don't hear anymore. You don't see those on the list. You're seeing songs on here that people are actually asking for. Justin Timberlake, Rock Your Body. I would consider
classic.
that a new classic.
But that came out in like 2001 or 2, didn't it?
Oh, it was I don't remember exactly.
It was very early this century.
Yeah.
2002, 2003, something like that.
Yeah, it was early.
Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World.
Classic.
Old classic.
Old
That
classic.
will always go down as
That might even get 2 olds.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking maybe we put a fourth folder together and call it a ballad folder. And I think that's a nice universal ballad. People know it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to slow down.
That's your universal classic then, as you said.
Maybe
you're right.
A universal classic.
Maybe that is. Metro Station, Shake It. That's
See, when I see that, I'm thinking of the wrong Shake It. I'm thinking of Shake It, Baby. Shake it all you can.
You're thinking of the wrong
That's
one.
not
This is
it, right?
Shake it. No. No, this is kind of a. No, I would call this a new classic. It's an older track. It's probably 15 years old, I'm guessing. 4 seasons.
Niente.
4 seasons, December 63. Oh, what a night.
Universal classic.
Yeah, you can play that anywhere.
You can. You can. And I think I might put it in my old classic folder personally, just because if I'm looking at a crate and I want to play some sure things for a younger crowd, I don't know that that'd be a go-to. It could be. But just off the, maybe you guys are having better luck with that track than I am. I don't know.
You mentioned you like the older version of that.
I do.
Anyway,
I do.
Yeah.
So I would put it in. But yeah, you could go to Universal as well. It's all up for interpretation. Just getting people thinking about this. J Balvin, Mi Gente.
Yeah,
New classic.
Niente.
New classic.
Yeah, new classic. That's that and the Bieber one.
Chappelle Rowan, Pink Pony Club. I don't even know that track, honestly.
Chappelle Roan.
Yeah,
you know
Pink
what? I
Pony.
don't even know how. I don't even
have
know
it, and
how
I've
this
played
ended
it.
up on the list.
I don't see it.
No, you know why? Because it's getting requested. It's
Yeah.
not a classic by any
But
stretch.
just
it's
like
a new
Hot to
song.
Go.
It's a new song, so we're not worried about it.
I bet we're going to see Hot to Go further up in this
Oh,
list.
you
by
will.
Chappelle
You
Roan.
have
Yeah.
to. That one, I don't know. I think it's going to be a new classic, but it's a new song right now.
Yeah.
Christina Perri, 1,000 Years. I mean, that's obviously a ballad.
Ballad.
You skip Shania Twain.
I did. Yeah, you're still the one, Shania Twain.
Yeah, I mean that's like a universal classic. I think
I'd
you
throw
can
it into
play that
ballad.
anywhere. Yeah,
I'd throw it into ballad.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa,
All right.
Dance the Night. I am suggesting that's just a new song and we don't know what it's going to do yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I love it, but I don't think it's going to go as hard as long.
I
as
still had high hopes for that song.
I
and
love
it
that
didn't
track.
It didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
I'm going to give this one to you,
unfortunately.
Jay, and see where you go with this one. Aerosmith, Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Ballad.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
would go with ballad too.
I'm with you on that.
Ballad,
Yeah.
big time.
Al Green, Let's Stay Together.
Old
I would go
classic.
ballad with that too. I don't know.
I'd go old classic with that one.
You wouldn't go ballad with that too? No.
No, that's got a weird beat to it for a ballad.
Well, it does, but
That's almost a two like a stepping song. It's
All
not
right.
quite a slow song. Ray LaMontage, You Are the Best Thing. I don't know this track. Do you?
Yes.
I don't know it either.
I play it a lot. It's a ballad, and I play it for first dances at weddings sometimes. You should have it. It's a great song.
I'm sure I have it. I've just never
It's
played
very Motowny R&B vibe.
I might know this.
Raspy voice. It starts off kind of upbeat.
How old is it?
horns, And then it drops.
How
We'll
old
have
is
to
it?
play it. We'll have to play it up there.
Like 2013, 14 maybe.
Okay, so it goes in ballad,
Well,
right?
it's ballad. Yeah.
Okay. Bro Williams, Happy. I vote new classic.
New classic all the way.
Yeah.
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 Eric
Bit of a
Clapton.
banger.
Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight.
See, this could go either way. I mean, you could put that in ballad, or you could put that in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd put it in ballad.
I would
That's
put it
fine.
in ballad too.
Queen Fat Bottom Girls.
That's interesting.
That's a song.
I
call it
know,
any-
right?
I wouldn't call it a classic. I wouldn't call it a ballad.
Well, okay. So I agree with you, Jay, but I also see it on this list. So someone's asking for it, and I've seen it
Yeah,
on
you know
other
who?
lists
It's a
too.
sign of the times. That's who's asking for it.
Oh.
You had to get Prince in there, right? Yeah,
Oh, I had to, I had to do something there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's just a song. I know I don't play it, but I see it in Instagram videos a lot. So
Okay.
somewhere somebody really must like it, I guess.
Sweetest Teenage Dirtbag. That'd be a new classic.
Oh, that's a TikTok jam. That's why
Yeah.
some of
New
these are going to
classic.
be TikToks. They're not classics because they're
Well,
fly
they
by night.
might. Yeah,
Well,
but I mean,
yeah.
for
Ask
all-
the guy that sings "Astronaut in the Ocean."
Well, what I'm trying to do here, Jay, is figure out if these are for older folks or younger folks. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, then younger older only because it's a TikTok track.
Okay, so maybe it goes into Universal for now.
Yeah,
Kylie Rae
that's
Jepsen,
it.
Call Me Maybe. I'm calling that a new classic.
Yeah, that's a good track.
yeah.
I like that.
That's a new. Yeah,
That's got to be 2010, 11.
Yeah, Drake One Dance.
that's another new.
New
I'll
classic.
Put that in. Yeah,
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 you think? Okay.
yeah.
Diddy and Keisha Cole last night. Too soon? I don't
Did he? No, did he?
Okay, speaking of Diddy, how about R. Kelly Ignition?
Well, same
the
thing.
remix? Yeah.
That's a
The
new
remix is
classic.
okay.
New classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Icona Pop, I Love It's got to be a new classic. That song is at least 10 years old, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
how about-
liked it, but I didn't love it.
Oh, I love
You
it.
know? Yeah.
I do. I love it. Jay Sean, Down.
Love it.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd like to say classic, but I think universal. I
Jay
love
Sean,
it.
Down is Universal Classic?
Well, not universal classic. I don't think it's classic. I mean, it's a period piece. If
Well,
you're
we're
playing
trying
stuff-
again, Jay. I'm just trying to determine whether these top 200 requested songs, if they're
It falls
older,
almost right in the middle between new and old.
That's
how old is it?
2003, 4.
Okay,
yeah,
all
right around.
I put it
there.
new.
It's a great track.
I think
Blue
it's too
Suede.
old to be a new, but
Blue Suede hooked on a feeling,
70s here. You know,
right?
Yeah.
But it
don't know
was
that
big in Guardians of the Galaxy,
It had a second life. 100%.
so it had a second life. So maybe that's a Universal classic, huh?
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
yeah, that's yeah.
Ace of Base, Cruel Summer. I don't even know that song,
No, I know "Cruel Summer" by Banana Rammer, but
and I
not
know
Ace
it by
of Base.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a
I never
different
heard
one
Ace
by
of
Ace
Base.
of Base.
I don't even know that.
I don't
see that as a
remember it.
classic.
No, it's
well,
not.
yeah, obviously
Really
not.
I don't see it
Nope.
nowhere.
Nope.
Kings of Leon,
Sorry.
Sex on Fire.
That's a
For the right
classic.
generation, that's a classic.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
The game Dreams. I don't know that either.
I think you do know it if you
No.
heard
The
it.
Game is the LA
Yeah.
rapper. He beefs with a lot of people.
Yeah, but I don't see that song as a classic or nothing.
I don't see that anywhere why this is even on the list, but
You know,
go
somebody's
ahead.
asking for it somewhere. So
Somebody asked.
Some-
In some
Somewhere,
part of the
right,
country,
right.
they're playing a lot of Drake and Dream. I mean,
I
Game.
guess,
I've
yeah.
never played a Game track. Put it that way.
Oasis Wonderwall. That I would consider
Classic.
a new classic.
New
But that's
classic,
like late
right.
90s, isn't it? That's
I understand that, but
95,
the audience
96.
for that isn't it the audience younger for that?
We're talking age group, like
No,
new-
I think the
Yeah.
audience for that is
Yeah.
older.
Do you really?
I do.
Really?
Only because
Okay.
I do. I don't think they have a lot of new young fans. I think they have a lot of older fans who are now jumping on the fact they're on tour.
It's mid '90s, so yeah, maybe
It's-
you're right.
I mean, you're going on 30 years ago.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
How about Mark
yeah.
Morrison, Return of the Mac?
That's
Universal,
classic.
yeah.
Universal classic.
Missy Elliott, Lose Control.
Starting to get ground with her again.
yeah,
Universal.
I never stopped playing it, so I would say
Right.
Universal.
Yeah, Universal.
Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
Universal,
Universal.
classic.
Yeah.
I'm with
You
you,
don't
on
think
that.
classic?
I'm with you. So
I can drop that anywhere.
either
Yeah.
CCR or Tina Turner, Proud Mary.
Old classic.
I'm with you on that. Old
Yeah,
classic.
I am too. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are.
And I'm gonna say
Ballad.
Universal on this though. Classic.
I'm
Because
calling that
I
new
played
classic.
this at many weddings
Yeah.
and it always went over well. Like the older people
Young and
really
old goes
enjoyed
for
it.
it. Yeah.
Sure.
Right,
Do you ever
right.
think it's leaning into ballads or no? Am I alone on that one?
you know,
I don't know what to
it's a
do with
little
that
too
song.
fast. It's a little too fast to be a ballad in my eyes, but we're all
Yeah, but somebody
Yeah,
will
you
try
know.
to catch the groove to it if they really like it, I guess.
Yeah.
Bob Seger, Old Time Rock and Roll, I'm thinking is an old classic.
old classic.
That's
Yeah, old classic.
that could be universal too.
It
though,
could be.
if you think about it.
It could
yeah.
be, but I'm thinking if I have a group of 25-year-olds out in front of me and I want to play some classics for them, Old Time Rock and Roll is not my 50th choice.
Well,
Let's
I get it.
play for them.
Yeah. All right.
Bill Medley
Fair
and
enough.
Jennifer Warren's at the time of my life, I'm calling that an old classic.
Old classic.
Yeah.
Queen, Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Well,
Old
that's
classic.
a tricky
Old
one.
classic,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
I'm with you on that.
It's a little tricky. Yeah, but I'll go with you guys with the old classic.
Well, whatever you think. I mean,
Yeah.
put your argument up, you know.
yeah. No,
It's
I'm
early.
not going to argue it. You know,
It's early. You can argue it.
this song was unique. It wasn't Queen's style. You know what I
It
mean?
was Elvis style.
Right, exactly. So I would put that in classic, old classic. Is that what you guys said? Old
Yeah,
classic?
that's what we said,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All right. So I'm with
Zach
you.
Brown Band Chicken Fried. I call that a new classic.
Okay.
Anybody else have an argument with me on that?
I don't think I can argue with that.
I have it, but I don't remember really playing it that often. So
Yeah, it's
it
a country
works. It
crossover
does
song.
work.
It does
yeah,
work.
I mean it's a country song, but I don't remember really playing it too often. So
But it does work. If you tried it someday, it might work for you.
Speaking of country,
I mean,
Shania Twain, Any Man of Mine, I'm calling that an old classic.
Yes.
yeah,
But I think young people dig it too, like country. And then Luke Bryan, Country Girl, Shake It For Me. I definitely think that's a new classic. That song has
Oh,
got
yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
I know, but go back to Shania Twain real quick. Like, let's just say, "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." That would be
But we're not there yet. And it might turn
all right.
up a
Well,
little
so
bit.
it may turn up. Go ahead. I'm
It
sorry.
might,
Go ahead.
yeah. But I agree with
Continue.
you. I agree.
Right.
The crossover
right.
stuff she does later, I would consider new classic. But
Right,
that one I
right.
consider an old classic because
Yeah.
she's still very much
Right.
has her foot in the country world when she's doing my songs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Calvin Harris Feels So Close. Come on, it's a new classic,
New.
right?
Yeah. Wow.
Here's a tricky one. Tracy Chapman Fast Car.
And it's tricky because it was just remade by a country.
That's why we're talking about it. though.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been talking about
You know,
this
So
I don't
maybe
think so either.
5 years
Yeah.
ago.
So maybe that's universal. Or maybe it's just new.
I'm
Or
gonna be
maybe
You know
honest.
it
what?
belongs everywhere.
I'm with Jay. If they wouldn't have remade this song, we would not
We
be
wouldn't
talking
be
about this
talking
song
about
at
it. We'd
all.
all go,
Right,
that,
so-
that song I
Yeah,
forgot about.
that was
Yeah.
done. It's gone. Right.
So
But
that's
now, yeah.
the new
Go ahead,
generation
Brian.
likes it.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe. Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It could go anywhere.
I'm interested to see where you guys go with this next one.
Elvis Crispo Suavemente is a new classic.
New classic, really?
Of course.
Brian, are you reading from the bottom up or the top
Yeah,
down?
we're going up. Yeah, we're going up. Yeah.
I'm counting down. I'm not counting up. So I'm reading from the
Well,
bottom up.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm counting
I
down.
was confused at first too, but I figured it out.
Yeah, I only asked because
Yeah,
I pulled up my company's top 200, and
Yeah.
only one of the songs you've mentioned so far is even in the top, like 190 to 200.
No kidding,
two.
huh?
Well, the
Two
list
of
is different, but that's why I thought it would be
Yeah.
interesting to look at
It
this
is,
list
but
and evaluate
and
it.
that's why it's interesting for me to look at mine at the same
Yeah.
time. Be like, oh, interesting.
So Maroon
Is
5,
this DJ Event Planners list? Is
Yes,
that why
it is.
that's
Yeah.
they are
okay,
our
good,
sponsor,
good.
and this is their list. It says it
I'm
There
right
looking
you
at
go.
another
Perfect.
company that will remain nameless.
So Maroon 5 Sugar, you know what? It's not the Maroon 5 song I play, but I guess it would be a new classic if somebody
Yeah.
wanted it.
It was written, the whole point of that song was to show them shooting it live at 5 different weddings in LA. It's definitely wedding. And I think
Okay.
people catch on. If nothing else, she played for cake cutting.
I'm of the opinion that anything Michael Jackson is a universal classic.
I was just gonna say right away, Universal.
Except
Yeah.
anything?
Don't Stop
don't
Till You
know.
Get Enough is the one that I'm looking
Oh, yeah, no, that's Universal
Yeah.
Classic.
Definitely. Yes.
Jimmy Eat World the Middle, I would consider that a new classic.
That's a new one. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, it's that
I-
Screamo 90s thing that's all come back with Blink 182 and them.
Yes, and they're coming
Yeah.
up, I'm sure.
Oh, they've got to be. Yeah.
One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful.
It's that
That's
age
new.
that those kids are now
Classic.
old enough to get married.
Yeah.
And it's now coming back. Same with Justin Bieber.
Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
I can't see
Old
any
classic.
old getting into that though.
I'm thinking
No.
that's an old classic.
Yeah, it's
Really?
an old classic. I don't really play it very much. Do you guys?
Paradise City's the one that I
Not
normally
really.
go to.
Yeah.
But that's for a little bit older audience than the people who are asking for Jimmy Eat World.
So
Yeah.
you think old people
I
would
agree
get
with you,
into
Brian.
that, Brian? Is that what you're saying?
Sweet Child of Mine, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were
Really?
21 when that song came out, you're now
I
like
guess
100.
you're old. Yeah, you're old. Yeah. All right.
Even
I
the
get it.
song
I
is
get it.
about reminiscing. So, yeah, it's
Ah. Took me a while, but
Florida,
I'm catching on.
Florida Club Can't Handle Me. I would call that a new classic.
New.
New
That's
classic.
that's
And
new.
I want to thank Flo Rida personally for bringing high BPM back in the early 2000s when all I had was like 90 to 100.
Yeah, them and
Yes.
Black Eyed Peas kind of really.
Thank you, Flo
No, that
Rida
is
and
true. That is
Will I
true.
Am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So AC/DC Thunderstruck.
That's
I'm
classic.
old.
That's old.
Oh,
In
Yeah.
fact,
Classic.
it's the most streamed played song in the AC/DC catalog.
Oh,
I could believe it.
Not,
Played it-
more than Shoot to Thrill, more than
You Shook Me
Well,
All Night
Shook Me All
Long.
Night
You
Long.
know why? Is they do that shot game, right? That shot thing with that
Yeah, they do
song
it out
a
here,
lot.
too.
Yeah,
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 Buddy does that.
yeah.
That
I
and
do that
every
alone
sporting
sometimes.
every sporting event plays that damn song, and
Yeah.
Frank
I'd
Sinatra.
rather TNT, but go ahead.
Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. I'm calling that an old classic.
That's an
Definitely.
old classic all day.
How about TLC No Scrubs?
You know what? That's
That-
getting traction again because
Yeah.
it's that period in the age group.
Right.
I would call that a new classic.
yes,
I'm
Okay.
dropping that in Waterfalls a lot.
Wow.
I think you're right, Jay, on that. Yes.
I saw this song on another list today. I'm seeing it again. I think I've only played it once, and it was for a first dance, and I can't believe people are asking for it. James Taylor, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You.
You've only played this song once, Brian?
Yeah, by request.
Really? I play that sometimes during dinner.
I play that
you
for
at a
cake
wedding.
cutting
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's another good one, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, that's 194 on my top 200. James Taylor, How Sweet It Is.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
different. It's different.
Right.
I would still put that in old classic. Though,
I think I would, too.
honestly. Yeah.
Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. That's a trick one.
That's a
That's
very trick
another
one.
That yeah.
Because the Rickroll thing gave it a new life.
Yeah, it did totally.
Maybe-
and
maybe-
now it's come back because other groups are covering it. Foo Fighters covered it live with him, and
Maybe
in
it's
a
a
bunch of
universal
ads.
classic.
I think universal classic because everyone knows it.
Yeah.
I would actually put that in 2 different folders.
You could put it in 3 if you want. I mean, wherever you think it's going to work best.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, Uptown Girl.
That's
an old classic.
It's an old classic.
Old classic.
I know, but again, like, how often have you guys played that?
It's gone well when
Rarely.
I think I've done Tell Her About It more than that.
I've done Uptown
Piano
Girl.
Man.
Yeah.
No, I've done Uptown Girl and it's done well.
Just the way
Recently,
you are.
within the last few years, I've done it. Justin Timberlake, Sexy Back.
New classic.
New classic.
Los Del Rio, Macarena.
Well, you know what? A lot of
it's not that old.
Well, you're right.
Late
but
90s.
Again,
No, it's not. It is mid-90s. It's 94.
Is it that early?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get into it till like 97 or something.
I bought like Club Hits 95, which came out in 94, for this song, the Bayside Boys remix, and the Scatman John song. They were both on that disc.
Really?
So, yeah.
I was in the dance club, as we call it, during that period. Macarena wasn't getting played. So I didn't get it till I went into the non-dance club with Cinnamon, spelled with an S.
Gotcha.
So
Damon knows he didn't play it there either.
Yeah.
He played Clarence Jones Stroking, but he didn't play that.
Clarence Carter.
Clarence whatever.
Carter.
I had the Clarence
My
Jones
God,
remix.
Clarence Jones. Stop.
I knew
had
exactly
the
what you meant,
road
Jay. Jay, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Told you, boy, crank that.
Wow.
I drop it because it's a great mix out of Cupid Shuffle, but I think I'm in the minority playing it. So if anything,
it gets requested a lot on my end, and I
still
think
play it a lot.
It's a classic for the new generation.
new classic, but it's old. It's
of course
it's
but it's not
$2000s.
that old. It's the 2000s.
Oh no, it's still in this century. Yeah,
Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Well, that's old classic.
old classic.
I'm calling that a
lot
classic.
of the younger,
yes,
they love it too. Now,
Okay,
you know?
I'm catching on now.
The college kids like it, so I'm thinking it's universal classic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
You're
right. I agree with that, Brian.
I
forgot about the universal. Take on Me. That would be.
I never play that song.
I don't either. Well, no, you know what? I did because it mixed perfect with The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm.
Bright Lights.
Yeah, Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights, perfect, same BPM and everything.
So you could put that in new classic, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if it's coming back that strong.
I will have to go.
It's not.
I think it would be an old classic, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl.
Oh, there's another tricky one.
Universal classic.
Yeah,
that seems to cross a lot of generations.
Yeah.
I'd put that an old classic and consider it an 80s throwback. But that's
is 80s throwback a top? Is that a category?
Well,
Not today.
80s throwback would be an old classic because it's an 80s song. It's
right. No, I get that. But I'm just thinking, can you play it for different age groups? To me,
no, you can't. You're not allowed to by law once you put it in this folder.
Oh.
That's what these folders are for.
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
These are the rules. No, you do what you want with it. Whatever works for you, do it. I'm just making suggestions here.
Right.
Kesha TikTok.
New classic.
No.
Yeah.
How about Weekend Blinding Lights? Is that even have we determined that to be a classic?
I don't even know if
Number
that's a
one
classic,
song of 2020.
Yeah,
I understand, but we're not playing the hell out of Old Town Road anymore.
I will put that new classic. We got to shove it somewhere. Put it up.
You know what? It's got to sit for about another 5 or 6 years, and then it'll slowly start to come back.
It might be a classic, and if it is, it goes a new classic, of course. Okay, it says Animal House Shout, and I'm happy to hear this because my other list said Otis Day, or my other list said Isley Brothers. I play the Otis Day.
I like Otis Day.
Off of the Animal House soundtrack, Shout.
Yeah.
See, I play Isley's.
Yeah.
That would be a universal classic in my world.
Yeah.
I would say old classic, honestly.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I do play that to this day. Like
kind of a college favorite, and that's why I would put it in there.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
In Universal.
Either way, I'm going to find it.
Beyonce's Single Ladies.
Universal.
Universal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of weddings and,
John Legend, All of Me, I would do ballad on that.
Ballad.
That's ballad all
Even
the
though
way.
it's a high BPM.
And Jason Mraz's I'm Yours. That would probably
Ballad.
go ballad as well. Yeah.
Ballad.
And then we have Jack Johnson, Better Together. Holy crap. They're all on a row.
Ballad.
Yeah, God, this is going all over the place here.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Let's Groove.
Oh, God.
Universal classic.
Yeah.
I'm going
You
old
think?
classic on that one. I'm going old classic.
Okay.
The Universal classic would be September. This is going a little deeper.
All right.
But that's me.
No.
Whatever
I
you
totally
do is
understand.
fine.
No. I kind of agree.
I'm just
with
in
you.
my head thinking, like, what crowds? I'm viewing these terms as what crowds. To me, Universal is, can I drop this and get everybody going?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. The best choices to get everybody going.
Yeah.
Well, September would be the overall
That
choice.
would be the
with them.
best
Right,
choice. Yeah.
Right. Well,
David,
let's group. I like that one. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you.
David Guetta. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. No, it's fine.
Hey, I was just commenting.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Class.
Excuse me.
Class.
I'll mute myself, all right? Whatever.
Thank you.
David Guetta, I'm good. It's too
That's
new.
new class.
Yeah, too new.
Yeah.
Share Believe.
If I had to.
Share Believe. What about that one?
I
What
would do
dance floor are we working
Universal.
for?
Right.
This is where I'm torn. It's 99. It's like the first auto-tune track, which changed everything.
Yeah.
Everything's been
I would do
auto-tuned ever since.
Universal Classic. Universal Classic.
No.
And there are women of a certain age who really
No.
like that song.
And it's a pride classic.
Exactly.
It's a divorce song. It's a pride song.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a universal classic.
I think so too.
You're going to find out who in the group is from different genres when you drop that track. When they fly out there with their arms in the air and they go, oops, forgot.
I've seen 20-year-olds running to the floor singing every damn's
Well, of
word
course
of
you
it.
have.
What was the guy's
What?
name? What was the guy's name?
Yeah.
Were they part of the alphabet people?
His name was Damon.
Jay is saying it's a pride song, which it is. It's an EDM song, but it's also that song. Like I said,
It's not
there are
an
divorced
song.
women of a certain age. That's their anthem.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of songs to a lot of things to a lot of different types of people of all ages. So maybe it's a universal classic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark Ronson and Amy Winehouse, Valerie. I've never played it.
I don't even know it.
You've never played that?
I've
honestly?
played it. It's one of those
It's
tracks
a new
that
classic.
you get certain groups want it,
Yeah,
but it's
Right.
certainly not mainstream for events that we're doing.
right.
I've played it and I've had it requested.
Leonard
I'd say
Skinner's
new classic.
Leonard Skinner's Sweet Home Alabama.
Old classic.
Universal classic.
I'm calling
Oh,
that
I
one.
play that
Universal,
anywhere.
I like Universal on that one.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I could put it in oldies too.
Yeah, it fits in a
Foundation.
couple.
I'm thinking the same thing with the Foundation's "Build Me a Buttercup."
Old classic.
People,
Old classic.
yeah, but it's also universal. You play that at any
Yeah.
wedding, everyone gets it.
I mean, they're virtual folders. You could technically put these songs in all three folders if you wanted to.
Well, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So, you're not. There's no reason you should be limited to one or the other. It's possible for two things to be true at the same time, or three in this case. This one's tricky. Toto Africa.
Yeah, that one scares me. I don't know where.
It's had a second life,
It has.
but
I still go old
again,
classic.
I keep thinking we're talking like a wedding with a dance floor. You got some ballads, you got some fast tracks. Africa's like a background song, so
Yeah, like,
that's
where
what
would
makes
you
it
put
tough
that?
for me to pick what category.
Personally,
Right.
I have found Africa to be more of a group active song. And
Yeah,
it is-
it's like a sing along. It's up. If that's the case, then you put it in with like Elton John, Tiny Dancer. Or
Here's my argument with this
Piano
song
Man.
from my personal experience with it. And there are other songs like this that might pop up on this list, and I'll point them out when they do. There are certain older tracks that didn't mean anything when they were new, but they do now for different reasons. And
Yeah.
that's why I think Toto Africa, in my opinion, is a new classic, specifically a new classic.
because it's had a
because-
second life.
Because the older people are dismissive of it. Because
Right,
it was
it was
nothing.
just remade.
It was nothing the first time around.
Yeah,
That's why I'm putting that in new.
it
Personally.
wasn't.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hot to Go. I'm thinking that's going to be a new classic.
That's new classic.
It's going to
brought
be.
that up earlier.
That's my prediction.
And I don't think she's got the legs to go more than an album. I think she's one and done.
Well,
I'm alone on that, I know, but
I think Hot to Go is going to be the new Love Shack.
I think you're going to see her and Sabrina Carpenter disappear in about 5 years.
So, what do you think, Negative Nancy? Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
Universal classic.
Of course.
Universal all the way.
All day.
Baruka Peppa's, I think, is a new classic as well.
Definitely a new classic.
Yeah.
That's still getting traction.
Nat King Cole, LOVE. I don't think I've ever played it.
Old classic.
I played it. Old classic.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber. Go ahead.
No, old classic. Yeah.
Justin Bieber, Baby.
No.
See, that's coming. That's another one of those tracks, like I said earlier,
Coming
that's
back.
coming back.
Yeah. For a
Because of
new,
the age of people.
right.
Yep.
Like the kids are now in the clubs and bars and weddings.
Yeah. It's a classic for them now.
It's classic for them.
Yeah.
Kanye West, Gold Digger.
Man, I've been requested that a bunch this year, and I wasn't the last few. So again, I think new classic.
Yeah. Michelle's not requesting Gold Digger when she's at a party. Right.
No, she knows I have no money.
And that's how you think. That's how you should probably think of it.
Yeah.
Nelly Furtado, Promiscuous.
I would still say new classic.
But see, this is Damon's right. I've heard it. I haven't played that, but I'm here. It's like that and Sierra, 1-2 Step.
Yeah.
Like they're coming back.
That one never went away from me.
Oh, it went away from me. And now it's come back. I haven't gotten Promiscuous yet, but I get the feeling I will.
I haven't gotten it yet either, but
it's great. Yeah. It's still new classic all day. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud. Ballad?
Ballad.
Yeah.
Neo, Closer?
I love that song.
That's a great song. I would still put it in new classic, though, at this point. Yeah.
That's almost universal because you can actually get older people dancing to that, too.
Maybe that's where it goes then.
You know what, though, David? Correct me if I'm wrong. As much as I love that track, you know what it reminds me of? Sonique, Feels So Good. It's a track that's great, but it doesn't hit the way you think it's going to hit sometimes.
It's kind of flat.
Like Sonique Feels So Good, we'll all agree is a great track.
Yeah.
But you've got to have a specific crowd, and that's how Neo works with me. For me to drop Closer, it's got to be that exact age crowd that's like, oh, I remember this. Because young kids do not know that jam. They might know.
But even like you just said, "Feel So Good" and "Closer." It's like the same thing throughout the whole song, though, right?
Exactly. They have this like constant.
Yeah, right. It's a flat line, and
right.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, I understand what you're saying, but maybe "Closer" is one of those songs that if you mix it just right, it holds its own, and people will still stay out on the dance floor with it.
I think a show like this is a great example of changing and learning and growing as a DJ, because I'd like to walk away and go, as much as I love this song and never play it, maybe I need to start dropping it and see what the result is. Yeah.
You don't learn anything after 50, Jay. Don't even try.
But I mean, like I said, I still get traction with it. So
yeah, no, that's great to hear, because I love that track. I'd love to be dropping that track.
At number 16, we have Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. I've had some help. That song's a month old.
Too new.
It's a month old.
That's new.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, what up?
As is Sabrina Carpenter Espresso. I'm not even.
I'm playing that.
I'm not a big fan of it, really, but
I'm not either, but I play it.
Yeah.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Universal.
That's a
Universal. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I seen Grandma Got Back out there. You know?
Nicki Minaj, Super Bass.
New.
You know, Super Bass is bigger this year, so I'm going to say new classic.
I still like.
It's get more requests for it now, but like you go back 8-9 years ago and it was hitting, took a break, and now it seems to be back.
Fall Out Boy, Sugar, We're Going Down.
That's part of that screamo thing with Panic at the Disco and everything else. That is back. So I was saying new classic.
Yeah.
Cool in the Gang, Celebration.
Universal.
I'm going old classic on that one.
Are you really? Why?
Yeah.
So when you say old, do you not think you can play it everywhere, or do you just say old because of its age?
No, I say old because I feel like I'm going to get a better response from somebody my age than I'm going to get from somebody 25 if I throw this on. So if I have a crowd in front of me that's 20 to 40, that's not a go-to track for me to play. I can play a
No.
lot of other songs. That's how I'm
I
thinking
agree.
of it.
Yeah.
But if I have an audience that's broader, I can play it. So maybe it's a universal, but I would
Put it in
I'm
both.
thinking this is my universal qualification, Brian. If I can get parents and grandparents out to a track that's synonymous, like We Are Family would be one.
Yeah.
That means nothing to a 23-year-old. But when they see their grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles, they're the collateral damage that comes along for the dance. And that's how I view Celebration. It was so established that you kind of have to go, oh, we have to dance to this because they're dancing.
Yeah.
However
they
you
do
want
that,
to, however
That's
you want
sort
to
of the way I
categorize.
define Universal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, however it makes sense to you is exactly what you should do. So Frankie Valli, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. I've never, ever, ever played that song.
I'll tell you when you play it. Play it towards the end of dinner, and if you have the right crowd, they'll do a sing-along to it. It's a great ramp-up song.
And even start to dance.
Yeah,
Like
get
near
them
the end
towards
of it.
dancing.
Right,
It's
right.
not a jam on the dance
Yeah.
floor, but earlier, like if you play Tiny Dancer and they sing, follow it up with that song, and you will see the reaction.
Okay, so I'm thinking old classic on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, definitely older song.
Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It.
Universal.
Universal.
I don't know if
I'm with you on that.
Universal.
Dude, I dropped that track everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You could put it in new classic, but I'm with you on Universal.
I would new.
But new,
I
it's
think
that. When did that come out? 97?
It don't matter. I still think
Mid 90s, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think of that as new.
Anyway,
I think
right.
2000 forward to me is new. Last Century is older or classic.
But that would get young and old both right up.
Oh yeah, they all go to that. That's like Return of the Mac and that.
DJ
Right.
Snake
Almost every
turn-
event.
I don't mean to cut you guys off. I'm just looking at the time here. We're not even.
No,
at
go
100
ahead.
yet.
Go ahead.
DJ
Go ahead.
Snake turned down for what?
New
New classic.
New
Etta James
Classic.
at last.
ballad.
ballad.
Queen Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ugh.
Old
It's a tough
classic.
one.
Old classic.
Old classic.
Universal on that one. I'm going.
I think Universal. Yes.
It's on the line for me.
I
This
think
is a
John Denver.
Yeah, John
I
Denver.
think that's
Take Me Home.
Universal.
Old.
That
Universal.
one is
Universal
certain
for me.
sport
I can't
teams.
tell you the last time I played that song.
I've played it for college kids from certain
That
places
freak
that's a
out.
big sports song. So
Yeah,
I'm
it
calling
is.
that one a Universal.
Me
Yep.
too. Yep. Yep.
Me too.
Stand By Me, Benny King.
You know what? That could be Universal too.
Almost
if you think
a
about
ballad.
It. But
Yeah.
well,
Almost a ballad.
It is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I'd
you
go
would
ballad
with
on that one
Yeah.
for me.
All right.
ABBA,
Next.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma
Since the
Mia.
movie and the Broadway musical,
Maybe
the
it's
girls
Universal.
love ABBA. New classic, even though it's an old song.
I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
Daft Punk, One More Time.
New.
Oh God,
New.
that's
New classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
LMFAO, Shots.
New.
New.
New, and it's fallen off a cliff in the last 5 years.
It has.
Yeah, it has.
But somebody's requesting it.
I
VC
guess.
Levels.
New.
New
Sean
classic.
John Kingston, Fire Burning.
Ooh.
Too soon, and he's in jail stealing millions of dollars with his mother.
Why do you
so-
think that's too soon?
No, I'm just
Because
kidding. Because
Jay-
the fire's
Jay
out
Tabloid.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you. I get you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got
No,
you.
I'd say,
That's a new classic.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
it is.
I'm not
Easily.
playing it. I haven't
Lady-
played it in forever.
No, I was
Lady
gonna say
Gaga.
new.
Just-
Right.
Lady Gaga, Just Dance.
New.
That's
New classic. Love that song.
Old Crow, Medicine Show, Wagon Wheel, or Dietrich's
Wow.
Record. They're interchangeable as far as I'm concerned.
New classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because of Darius
Yeah.
Rucker bringing it back.
Yep.
New classic.
yeah. Easily.
Rihanna, Don't Stop the Music.
New.
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 Cardi B, I like.
New.
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 Taylor Swift, You Belong With Me.
New.
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 How about Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy?
Universal.
That's Universal.
I think so too. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
Universal
Big
with
and
that.
rich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Love on Top.
New.
New.
Wild Cherry, Play That Funky Music.
Classic.
Classic.
Old
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Going old classic on that. Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling.
I'd still say that's a new classic. For
Yeah,
some
I would
reason.
too.
That's new.
It only
Yeah.
came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Beatles, Twist and Shout.
Old
Old.
classic.
Old classic.
I'm calling that Universal.
Actually, no. Universal.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
why?
just me.
Why?
Because
Can I
you can
just
get
ask
any
why?
group dancing.
Because young people will dig it too.
Yeah.
They'll dance. It's another one of those. The old people start going nuts, and the young people follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like Chubby Checker the Twist, right? I get
Exactly.
younger people
Same
to do
thing.
that too. Go ahead.
Shout is the same thing.
Taylor Swift
Yeah,
Lover.
well, I
I
don't
don't know
even
that
know
one.
I don't
that
even-
one.
yeah.
I
You
don't.
do. It's
no.
a slower song by her. I guess new classic.
House of Pain, Jump Around. I'm calling Universal.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
anybody
It's
going.
funny
with that.
because classics used to be Elvis, old for older people. Now it's House of Pain, Jump
Now
Around.
it's House
It's
of
just funny.
Pain.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
NSYNC, Bye Bye Bye.
Oh God,
Universal.
You know what? Universal.
Really?
Yeah, Universal. I can drop that at a lot of events.
I was looking at that as a new classic, but maybe it is Universal.
Well, you got
I
you got a
don't
group
know.
of people that's like in their 40s that know that song when it first came out, and
Kids
then you got the
copy
youngers.
adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
They come out and start doing that routine. Kids will
Yep.
copy.
Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Universal.
Classic.
Okay.
Yeah, Universal.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. That particular song, yes. Bee Gees, Staying Alive.
I'd say Universal,
Universal.
too.
Yep.
Just
I'm there too.
All day.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth All Star.
Universal.
I'd say
Universal.
that was.
I was
Seems
looking.
to,
I was
no,
gonna
I'm going to
say-
change.
I was
I was
thinking
gonna
new
say
classic on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, it don't matter. There's no right or wrong here.
No, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, yeah.
thinking about
Yeah.
programming for different age groups and what brings them together and what alienates some from others. That's kind of why I'm talking about this. Just a different way of thinking about stuff. Cobra Starship, You Make Me Feel. I don't think I've
I
ever
don't know
played
that song.
I played
don't
a
even
couple-
know
that's-
that.
played that at kids' events 10 years ago.
So it's
Really?
something, yeah, be new.
It's new. Yeah.
Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
Love that.
Classic.
That blew up in the last 10 years. That is a,
Oh,
to
you know
me, a universal classic.
I was just
Okay.
going to say, I
Yeah.
changed it to
You
Universal.
can drop that and get a response.
Yeah.
Fergie, Fergalicious.
No.
That's come back. It's a new
It has.
classic.
Natalie
Really?
Cole,
hmm
Natalie Cole, This Will Be an Everlasting Love. I would call it an old classic.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
classic.
and I'll say new classic. And you know why? Because it's the theme song from one of the dating services.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
it's
if
gotta
they
be live.
hooked up on that service, 100% of them will.
Yeah.
And I'll even say, "Oh, did you guys meet on Match.com?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Or- yeah.
How did you know? I'm like, because you want this to be the recessional song at your wedding.
Indiana
Or you
John
want it
Cougar
later.
Mellencamp Farmers.com. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Despacito.
No.
New classic.
And here's your We Are
Nope.
Family. We
I-
were calling that
That's
Universal.
Universal
Yeah.
all day
Universal.
long.
Yeah.
This one's a trip. Sophie Ellis Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor.
That's a new classic. But
It's a new
getting-
classic.
Yeah.
But really, it was an old classic when
I
it
know.
first
It's,
came out.
it's
Right.
jumped
yeah.
up again.
Right.
Well, the weird thing about it is, I think America's looking at it as a new song, but it's really a classic because they didn't get it when it came out
yeah.
22, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
So
that's
some people
weird.
think it's
Yeah.
a new song, but it's not. It's an old
Right.
song. So that's why it was kind of funny. This one's interesting too. Hall & Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True.
I almost want to put that in Universal because the TV commercials, everybody here heard it, you know?
5 years ago, it would have been Universal. Now it's old classic. It's not
I
getting
disagree.
played used to.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So when I'm doing a wedding, somebody in
Yep.
their 20s is getting married.
Yep.
I put that song on, let's say after a slow dance, and I've done this before. And I get all of the young people out dancing to that song.
Oh,
And the older people are like, oh, really? Okay, whatever. And they'll come out for it.
Yeah.
But then I put on Rich Girl, and the old people lose their minds, and the young people look at them like, what's going on? What is this?
But even the young people know Rich Girl today, too. Yeah.
Not as much. I don't think that back then when the song came out, it was a big deal. Not a big dance, I gotta hear song.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it as a new classic, but that's me. That's how I interpret it. And whatever you do is fine. It's only a suggestion.
Yeah.
50 Cent in the Club.
Universal.
Universal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's funny you say that because I remember that's the song Oprah Winfrey came out to for her 50th birthday. It was a new song at the time. So it's not
Right.
like it's just a young person song.
No.
Nope.
Frank Sinatra, The Way You Look Tonight.
100% ballad.
Yeah, I've played that for so many father-daughter dances. Yeah, I'd
I
call
think
it
you're
ballad.
right. Luke Combs, Beautiful Crazy.
That's another ballad, but I don't know where you would select. I would put that in ballads too.
Country
It could go in
wedding.
ballads, but the song came out 5 years ago and I still play it. It's a good ballad. I think it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Oh. Pink, Raise Your Glass.
No.
New.
Teo
I don't
Cruz,
even know
Dynamite.
why.
No.
Yeah.
New. Yeah.
Lou
Great
Bega,
track.
Mambo number 5.
I would say old classic.
Yeah, because I haven't played that in years.
I played it once this year by request, but it hasn't come back yet.
Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Ugh.
I play Everybody a lot.
Right.
I don't play I Want
Right,
It That Way.
That one's coming back. I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah.
But even I want
Everybody-
it that way.
Everybody is back big time.
No, I Want It That Way is coming back.
Oh,
Everybody
that's coming
can go
back
my way.
too? Okay, because I play Everybody all the time.
No,
I
Want
might
It That
even
Way,
call
I've got
that
lot
a
of
ballad
requests for.
too, though. I don't know.
They'll dance regular to it, and it's
Yeah.
people who are just really
Yeah.
into it. I don't know if it was in a show or what, but it's back.
Probably.
YMCA, I would call it
Universal.
Universal Classic.
Universal classic.
Mhm.
All
How
day.
about Stevie Wonder, Signed, Sealed, Delivered?
Classic.
It's classic, but
Oh, it's right
I
on
really
the
don't play
line
that
of
after-
Universal. If you drop it at 109 BPM, you know you're going to get a good response.
yeah.
I
One of
think
those.
that would
Young
get a
and
better
old?
response from an older crowd than it would a younger, so I'm going to put it in
Me
old
too.
classic.
I would too. That's why I'm saying old classic
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
Nicki Minaj, Starships,
I don't.
new
That
classic.
Yeah.
that
it's
never
new,
really
but-
worked for me.
You know what it
really.
was?
Oh, I play it all the
sometimes.
time. It goes over great.
Yeah, it does
Really?
go over pretty
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
Eric. You look into that track again. I think you'll
Yeah,
I'm
see.
look at
gonna
that
have
track
to.
again. That track is amazing.
I'm gonna have to.
I get happy when I can play that track.
Yeah, that's a good track. It's got that man, wow, wow. It's got that cool break.
They're saying it's Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye. It's Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Yeah,
It's obviously a Motown old classic.
old classic.
I don't know if that's Universal. It might be.
Yeah.
Kygo, Whitney Houston's The Winwood Higher
Higher
Love.
Love.
Yeah, that's a new classic.
It's a new classic, but nobody's really playing it.
Right.
I'm
It's like
playing it.
104 BPM.
Daddy
Slow.
Yankee Gasolina is a new
New.
classic.
That is on fire out here. I play that
Oh, it's
almost
great.
Oh
every
yeah.
event.
It still works for me all day
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
all
Yeah.
day.
Brian Adams, Summer '69. I would call that an
I'm
old
tempted.
Old classic.
I'm
I might
tempted to
call it
put that in.
Universal.
Yeah, I was tempted to put in Universal. Yeah,
Rednecks, Cotton Eye Joe.
Universal.
Right on the line of Universal and classic.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
struggling with that one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's not at every event. But if they get
No.
into the two-step, it eventually comes up, even if
Yep.
they don't ask for it. It's
But
like
kids
okay.
do like it.
They,
Right.
they
I
do,
mean,
and they seem to know that. You know what it is? I wonder if in school they didn't
The gym
have some
class teaches
class
it.
in gym, and
I
they
think they
played
do.
that.
I think
that
they
must
do.
be it.
They have
Yeah.
to.
even the
must be
kids,
why.
even they know "Don't Stop Believing." The kids
Well-
know this.
well, yeah,
this
but
today,
that's
you know.
different.
But well,
But
I
they're
had
not
to-
doing a
school-
dance. They're not doing a dance to "Don't Stop Believing." They're doing a dance to Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, they're doing a thing in school. My school, we had to do that whole what do you call it? The do-si do, the
square
square
dance.
dance.
Yeah.
We did it to the music of the day. So we were doing like The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. So we didn't, it was different then. So it was not like
All right.
The music of the day. Yeah, nice. That was the music of the day then too, which is the funny part.
what's
The
that?
song sounds
He was
old, but it's
there.
not old. Yeah. Well,
He
that
actually
song's
played
not that old.
piano.
That song's from the 70s.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's from the Sting.
But it sounds, yeah. So
Well, it's originally from the 20s, I think.
I don't think so. I think it's a new song. Just sounds old. It's weird.
The Scott Joplin one?
Sounds
I
like a
thought-
Charlie Chaplin song, but it's not.
No,
that
I thought it was. All right.
maybe it is. I thought it was not, though. I thought that was kind of the funny part about that song, but I'm probably wrong. I'm going to call that a new classic, but that's me. Ed Sheeran, Perfect. It's a ballad, right?
ballot,
24K Magic. I'm calling it a new classic.
Classic.
new classic,
Dua Lipa, Levitating. I hope that's a
new
new classic.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Love
5
that
years
track.
old and it's still really good, and I like the song. How about Cyndi Lauper? Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Universal. I'm saying Universal with
They're
that.
thinking about it. Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
I don't know. I'm just Yeah.
Kanye West
Perfect.
Homecoming. I don't even know that song. Why don't I know that song?
Yeah, skip it.
Take it off the list.
Homecoming.
Strike it.
What's the word we say? Nope, right?
Shakira, Hips Don't Lie. I would call that a new classic. Absolutely.
Classic.
Side note, Brian, The Entertainer came out by Scott Joplin in 1902.
Okay, well, I was very wrong then. Pitbull, Timber. I'm calling that a
New classic.
I constantly play
classic.
that.
Jay got quiet because he was fact checking me. He was pulling a buddy.
Fact check.
Pulling a buddy.
Well, no, because I wanted to see. I was like, gosh, all this time I thought it was old.
Taylor Swift, Shake It Off.
New.
New.
This Danza Kuduro is a
Danza
new classic.
Kuduro.
It's a new
Out here,
classic.
it's universal.
Yeah.
What? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, you play
Okay.
that with Peppas all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I know. Yeah. All right. I guess. Yeah.
Temptations, My Girl, I'm calling an old classic.
Yes.
I'm going to say
agree.
Universal.
You Shook Me All Night Long, maybe that one's Universal.
Yeah, I would say you're going to get a good response. Universal.
New.
Party Rock Anthem, I'm calling new.
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 Give Me Everything, Pitbull, Neo, Afrojack.
New.
New.
Yeah.
Usher, DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
New.
New.
Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places.
Universal.
Universal.
Yeah.
I'm calling that an old classic.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think younger audiences are dying to hear that. But
It's a very last song of the night out here kind of thing.
okay, I
Yeah.
mean, you could do
Yeah, okay,
Universal.
yeah.
You could Universal works for that one, I guess.
I would think, yeah.
Sean Paul, Temperature.
I'd say
Coming back.
New.
New classic.
Yes. Kenny Loggins, Footloose.
Old.
Oh.
I'm
That's
calling
a
that
tough
one
one.
Universal.
You know what? I'm calling it Universal for me.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a
Me
while
too.
since I played that, so.
No, it's
It's
Yeah.
it's the smart bomb.
Oh, it works. It works.
yeah, when
It's the
it,
smart bomb.
Oh, yeah.
early in the
No.
night, it
Oh,
gets
God.
the dance floor rocking because it's like 80 BPM or something. It's not fast.
Nelly, Hot in Here.
I would still say new on that.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Coming
it's
back,
old.
but new classic.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Never went away here. B-52's Love Shack.
Universal.
Universal.
I want to call that an old classic because I don't think my 20-somethings are dying to hear it.
I don't think they are, but again, I think they're collateral damage.
It'll work.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll work.
You drop that at a wedding and everybody's
Yeah, it's a wedding dance.
Yeah.
I even think young people think of it as, oh, I've heard this all my life going to weddings.
Yep.
This one's a weird one because I saw it on the other list and I can't imagine playing it anywhere. Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
Unwritten. Every wedding this year, the girls scream the lyrics.
It's so down tempo.
Really?
I
I'm
know,
just saying, though,
but
if you
when
had
it
to
gets to the
categorize
chorus,
it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
when it gets to the chorus, the
I love
girls
you, I love you, I
all
love you. Yeah.
scream it.
I would put that new classic
Okay.
still. I don't know.
Just like Kelly Clarkson, that
Since You've Been Gone.
Life Would Suck, and Since You've Been Gone. They all want those tracks now.
Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl.
Old
Old
classic.
classic.
That's universal.
Really?
College kids,
Yeah.
I think in my world, college kids love that stuff.
Okay.
All
But
right.
I mean, when I'm playing downtown, I'm by all the colleges and they come in. But yeah, they go nuts over. That's a sing along. That's kind of a timeless one here. Bruno Mars, Marry You.
New classic.
New
Played
classic.
it one time by request. Waka Flocka Flame, No Hand.
New classic.
Dude,
Believe
I've
it or
played
not.
that the last 6 events and weddings.
What is it with
swear
that
to you,
track?
I've never played that before. Been played
Yeah.
it 6 times this year. It is
Yeah,
on
everybody was
fire.
They
here all
go
of a
nuts.
It's weird.
They go nuts.
Jay,
They
Every
go
time.
crazy.
Yeah.
Jay, I got a version of that that's 131 BPM.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to be hooking up with you on email. That track is a bomb track. That is
Well,
like
it works every time.
Everybody
flawlessly.
Backstreet Boys.
Yep,
Yep.
That's,
new classic.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, new classic.
I think
but I'd
it's a
almost
new
go
classic.
universal.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah, I would say Universal with that.
it might be. Pitbull,
Yeah, I'm switching universal.
Pitbull Fireball.
New.
Yeah.
Played almost every wedding. New classic.
Shabuzi's new. We'll skip over that.
Yeah,
Wobble, new classic.
new classic. Played a lot.
Elvis can't help falling in love. I think we can all agree.
Ballad.
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 Yeah. Spice Girls
Or
Wannabe.
old classic.
That one's
But-
tough. Spice Girls Wannabe.
Wannabe came and went quick though. It came back and then it kind of drifted. So I'd say
I don't think
I
it ever
don't
went
know.
away, Jay.
I will do
I don't know.
NSYNC. I will do NSYNC Bye Bye Bye, which is the one they always request. I will do Everybody Backstreet Boys, which is the one they didn't request but they like better. And then I will do Wannabe,
they're all around the
and I
same
will do
BPM.
Party in the USA, and I've done it that way for many years, and they're all huge, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger as you go.
Right. I don't know they ever went away,
I think
honestly.
it went away.
No.
I think of it as when did I last play it as went away. There was a
2
couple
weeks
years
ago.
ago I played it a lot. Yeah.
Well, maybe you should stop playing it again.
You should start playing it. It's a good one. Cha Cha Slide.
Right?
No.
It's new.
New classic.
Pitbull
Yeah.
and Neo, Times of Our Lives. I guess it would be new.
New classic.
Yep.
Wants it. Come on, Eileen.
Old.
Old classic.
I'm calling that one Universal.
Okay.
The young people seem to really like it for a sing along as well.
It's a tough one to get in and out of though, because it's only like 103, but it's so
but you
fast
beat
at
mixer
the
real
end.
nice. I don't do that.
That's
so
true.
You just kind of throw it in there, and they totally dig it. So
This next one.
it breaks up two sets very nicely. If you ever want to break a set up,
Yeah, I could see that.
Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey.
I don't know where. I
Ballad.
put that in ballad.
Ballad.
Yeah,
Ballad.
maybe ballad. Yeah,
That's a ballad for me.
Pitbull Hotel Room Service.
New classic.
Yeah, I guess.
Cascada Every Time We Touch.
Oh, Universal. Believe it or not, out
Wow,
here. That
really?
song came
Really?
back
The
big.
50 somethings are jumping around to that.
What number is that?
25.
25.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
the list
weird.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
just to give you a reference point, the list I'm looking at, that's number 20. So
It's pretty close.
It's consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy in Love, Beyonce.
No.
New class.
New classic.
Yeah.
Gimme, 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 ABBA.
Oh,
I would say Universal.
Universal all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
I would say Universal
Universal.
for that.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. Rihanna, We Found Love.
No.
I'm
What?
calling that
New.
new classic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm lost on Top Loader,
Oh.
Dancing in the Moonlight. I don't
Never heard
remember
it.
this.
You know that track.
I think that's the original Dance. in
Well,
the
maybe. I
Moonlight,
did the
but
King
a
Harvest
remake.
version.
Yeah. Right.
And-
Right.
Yeah.
I would put
And
it
I
in
would
old
throw
classic.
that in classic.
I would
It's
put it in
classic.
old classic, but the young people and college kids seem to like that one too.
They seem to, yeah.
it's like a
that's-
Sweet Caroline kind of thing.
I would
who's
like to hear
requesting
this
it.
version. I would like to hear this version. So who is that? What tap loader?
Top
Loader.
loader.
Top
It
loader.
must
You know it.
maybe-
When you
a
hear
lot
it,
of
you'll be
people-
like, oh, this one?
A lot of people
Yeah.
did that.
Okay.
Mark, okay,
Well,
Uptown Funk, new classic.
that's
New
a new
classic.
classic. Yeah.
I almost want to say
182.
Universal with that one, though.
Yeah, it might be. And
Actually,
you might be
take
right.
that back. You're right. I'm wrong. Yes, that is.
Yeah, let's call it Universal. Damon's got something on that one.
No, he's right.
All the Small Things. Blink 182.
New.
You know
I'm
what?
called it a new classic.
I gotta
I'm
go
on the
new.
fence on Universal on that one. Believe it or not.
Outcast, Hey Ya. That's the new
That's
classic.
Oh, man.
But maybe it's Universal.
Yeah. I won't have
it
to
could be
think.
both. That could
Right.
be either or. Yeah.
Cupid Shuffle.
I think that could be universal.
That's
I
too,
think that's
honestly.
that one I'm thinking of is new because there's a certain age group who gets lost on that song. They know Electric Slide, but they don't know Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah.
Same with Wobble.
Right. Yeah.
That's me.
yeah.
Chris Brown, Forever.
New classic.
No.
Lil
Still.
Jon, the East Side Boys, Get Low.
New classic.
No.
You know what's
Still.
funny about that song? It came out on the same month and was on the same promo only CD as Usher's Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And they're
funny
both
to me.
produced by Little John.
Yeah, and they both mix very well together. Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling, is a new classic, I
No.
would think. And here's where you come in, Eric. Man, I Feel Like a Woman, Shania Twain.
Well, I'd say that would be universal, honestly.
Yeah.
That's just me, but yeah.
How about Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA? Is that universal?
Universal, I think. Yeah. I would say universal, maybe. You know?
Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, that's a.
That's,
You know
that's
what?
Universal.
I think
I'm going to
you're right.
say universal.
I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Love Story.
Oh, God, that's new classic.
Yeah. Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance.
No.
New.
Low Ride Low.
New.
Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline.
Universal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Usher, yeah.
Universal.
Universal.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
Universal.
ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Universal.
And Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Universal. Yeah. So the last 5 were easy, but
well, you missed Mr. Brightside, but
you did.
Did I skip over it, or was it on the list?
It's on the list. You skipped over.
I skipped over it. Well, yeah,
whatever.
I would consider that a new, but
yeah,
I would say new classic as well.
So the point of all this is kind of trying to think about your age groups you're playing for, because I think what's happening with me is that I'm dismissing some songs during wedding season completely because they're not as universal as I want them to be. Whereas if I can separate old classics from new classics, maybe I'm going to start playing some older songs that are really cool for older crowds that I wouldn't normally play because they're just not universal enough. Does that make sense to you?
Right.
Maybe I take a chance with something that wasn't as universal if I didn't have 20-somethings in front of me.
This is why you know what, Brian? I think it's great that you make these other crates because you look into them and like you just said, you're going to take a chance now. Like, wow, I forgot this song or maybe this will work. And you take a chance just like I did. I'm not even going to go back to what I did. You guys know. And it worked great. It's just funny how you scroll through these crates, and it's like, it's like Pointer Sisters. Should I do it?
Yeah. Right.
And sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Pointer Sisters is a perfect example. Or even some disco stuff. Like if I'm playing disco for a completely universal audience, I'm going to stay with the stuff that everybody knows no matter how old you are. So I'm going to play Funky Town and Staying Alive and that kind of stuff. Whereas if I'm playing for an older crowd, maybe I'm going to take some chances. Maybe I'm going to throw some stuff on that I wouldn't normally throw on because I thought maybe it'd be too obscure for the young people. Where the old people are like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this song in years. So that's why I'm thinking of them as, separate crates in that regard.
That kind of thing makes
You're still muted, Jay.
When that happens.
I think a lot of it comes down to the audience, meaning if you're at a wedding, you're trying to play as broad a spectrum as you can. And I've always maintained old, new. And if that means I'm mixing Usher and the Bee Gees, then that's what I'm doing because I'm trying to get all ages. If you're at a event that's like, my wedding in November was a 40th wedding anniversary. The crowd was markedly older.
Right.
And I played to that age group. Like for dinner, he's like, just play some stuff for dinner. Anything in particular? Yeah, some, like some soft rock or something. Well, I looked around the room and I'm like, I got this. And I didn't play anything new. Right. But yet when I have a normal wedding, my goal is bride and groom's age, their friends and family, and then their parents' age. How do I combine those?
The other thing that concerns me is, why I feel like this is important to establish especially the new classics, is that, how many great songs did we get last year that we're going to be playing this year? Maybe 4 or 5 tops?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to rely on the classics more and more, especially for a newer generation. So we should think about what their classic tracks are more so.
Well, and look at the source too. You now have a whole generation that doesn't own a song. They don't own one piece of music. So how they're given music is on SoundCloud and YouTube and Apple Music and Tidal and Spotify. And it's coming at them thousands of pieces of music a day.
Yeah, just like DJs. Just like DJs.
Yeah.
Right. But with us,
we can't sort it out half the time. So
no, but that's the thing. We understand like, hey, I'm bringing 80,000 songs. That was the thing 20 years ago. I'm bringing 80,000 songs to your wedding, meaning I have everything. Well, guess what? I'm bringing my phone to your wedding and I can get a hotspot and I can go on Tidal and I have access to 28 million songs. It ultimately doesn't matter how much you can get. It's what can you do with that?
Of course.
And I think that's always going to be what saves a good DJ from demise because AI can't read a crowd.
Well, to stay on topic, I just thought maybe it might be helpful for some people to start thinking about putting these folders together and thinking about it like this. That's the only reason. But we're over time. I got to cut it off. So thank you all for watching. Thank you. We will see you next time. Bye. And by the way, nobody has to yell at me about the channel sponsor because they were up the whole damn video.
Exactly.
And it's still being recorded.